Alright, ladies and gentlemen, happy Saturday to you all. And we're back. Zath Replay Theater is up and running, this time in the Tier 8 battleship Roma, which was just recently released, so be interesting to see. And this is our Nicholas II, good buddy of mine. I haven't talked with him in a while, but we used to play all the time. It's kind of funny, we ran into him, I think it was Killjoy and I ran into him. He was in an Emperor Nikolai II. So it kind of worked out well. So here he is in the Roma, and I'm going to do my characteristic screenshots, and oh, he picked my favorite camo. Look at how beautiful this is. Now, I know a lot of people like to say that the Roma is a beautiful ship, and I don't know. I guess it is. The camo, though, it's just gorgeous. So let's get a. I already got another screenshot of that one. Yeah, whatever. Go back in. Zoom close up. It's a cool ship. The Roma, I was waiting on to come out, and part of me wanted to rank out before the Roma hit, in case the Roma ended up being really good, and the other part of me wanted to actually play the Roma in ranked. And unfortunately, I ranked out. Unfortunately, heck, I think it's fortunately. But for those of you guys that are still on your struggle, I had long thought that the Roma would be the answer to ranked this season, at least. If you play Battleship and you hate the fact that there's just nothing but cruisers spamming HE all over the place, well, this might just well be the ship for you. And the reason for that is because the armor scheme on it is really good. It does not take HE penetrations with IFHE in the middle deck area, because I think it's like 48 millimeters or something like that. So, you know, that's kind of nice. And then the high velocity shells means that you can essentially penetrate cruisers relatively easily, even at range. And the thing is, because these things are such high velocity, the AP will actually over penetrate citadels, and the shell won't even explode until it goes out the other side. So the key to this ship is actually you kind of want to be firing at angled cruisers, believe it or not. So that's kind of why I thought, you know, this ship might be a game changer for this season of ranked, because what you might end up having, and we'll find out soon, this is my first time seeing a ranked replay of the Roma, but what you end up, I would think you end up having, is a ship that is essentially a hard counter to ships like the Charles Martel or the Atago that like to sit on the flanks and shoot things from long distance. So at least that's kind of what I think. That's my own little theory crafting here. And like I said, we'll see. But first I have to just appreciate how beautiful this ship looks with this camo. I don't know, that's just me. Okay, so let's talk about the ship here. So I said the guns. The guns are great, of course. Really good muzzle velocity, very good penetration. Secondary battery is quite impressive. These are 155s, I believe. So it's basically got, you know, an Abruzzi or Duca d'Aosta just kind of on either side. Plus you got these guns here. The biggest problem with the secondaries, you might want to be tempted to spec into secondaries, but the problem with the secondaries is that they just don't fire rapidly enough, especially the middle guns. But that is what it is. Alright, so Nicholas is using consumable reload, fire cooldown, or fire reduction, repair, party booster, and this is, I believe, November Foxtrot for November Echo, I mean, for the anti-air, which is kind of an interesting choice for ranked. I don't know that I would really care to use it, but it's going to be helpful for shooting down catapult fighters. Juliet Charlie for detonation, speed flag. The Roma is very fast, very maneuverable, so that comes in very handy. And we've got the flood reduction as well, which can be very useful. And finally, Looks to me like I think that's the secondary booster flag. Yes, yeah, that's the secondary booster flag. So that's going to add 5% to range and just decrease dispersion and increase the reload of the secondaries. So let's see. Let's take a look at the matchmaking. We said if you saw coming in, this is a tier or a rank 10 to 6 bracket game. And Nicholas, you're almost at 5. Nice. You only have 1 week to go, man. So go, 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 right? So we've got on Nicholas's team, we got a friendly Bismarck. Bismarck is loaded for bear. I love when I see my teammates coming in with all the flags as well. That tells me that I have a competent team that knows what they're doing. North Carolina's a little light on the flags, but he's got the key ones at least. Let's go on to the Otago and see what the Otago is using. All right, so your first identifier for this, he's naked. Why on earth would you take a premium ship into battle naked? He's running the secondary booster, which is dumb, and he's running the repair party booster, which is smart. Yeah, so naked Otago, you might as well be running a Takao. That's when I see that on my team, I get really frustrated. Any sort of naked premium ship. I mean, you get the camel for free. Alright, Lo Yang, loaded for bear. Good. And we've got 2 Kageros. That's an interesting choice. Frosty Fir Tree Kagero. And also loaded for bear. And then this one is partially loaded for bear. Not running a detonation flag. This is what I really don't like seeing. Or hearing, apparently. When that happens. So, enemy team, Alabama, Tirpitz, Amagi, Clown Pounder. I know this guy. He's a good guy. Good player. Really, for threats for the Roma? Not so much. The Roma has really good armor, but if you show too much broadside, like a broadside like this, you're gonna end up getting penetrated, citadeled, whatever. So you have to be careful with the Roma, not to show too much broadside. There's a Kutuzov on the enemy team. In your team, you've got that naked Otago. So Kutuzov might be a bit of a concern for the other battleship, for the North Carolina mostly. Bismarck really can't be penetrated other than the superstructure. And you can't really be penetrated either aside from the superstructure. So Kutuzov isn't going to be as much of a pain in the butt for you. It's a real pain in the butt for like Amagi. And the bow and stern of the North Carolina. Benson, Kagero, Kiev. He's got my Kiev. So this player, it'll be interesting to see if this player is able to do anything with that ship. Kiev is a very tough ship to play in the ranked, but if you're good with it, you can do wonderful things. Kagero, Benson, Lo Yang. I'd rather have the Lo Yang than the Benson. So right now, I'm looking at the matchmaker and I'm thinking, this is looking pretty good for you. Now this is North, and I hate North. All right, I hate North because the caps are so close. There's no radar ship, so you know both teams are kind of lucky in a sense. But all you need to do is take a New Orleans or especially a Chapayev, just park it right there, and boom, you can radar both caps. And it's really frustrating as a destroyer player to play this map. And the dominant strategy, the northern team goes for B, the southern team goes for A. I don't know. You know, it's kind of one of those boring maps where everybody just camps. The northern team camps on the back of this island. The southern team camps on the back of this island. And both teams just kind of cluster F over here and do nothing. And it becomes a battle of wits to see who is willing to camp longer and harder than the enemy. And what I mean by that is that this map does not reward aggression. This map rewards passivity. Focus Kiev. Oh yeah. That was dumb. Alright, if you're playing a Kiev, you do not, I repeat, do not jump into a cap. Unless you're pretty sure that nobody's there. But you gotta take a while first for that to happen. Alright, Benson spotted. Kiev spotted. The 2 Kags are there. The Lo Yang is going to keep the Benson spotted, most likely with this Hydro, which is good, although the Lo Yang is turning away. We're going to move away from Nicholas for a second here and kind of take a look at what's going on. Nicholas taking a Kiev shot. There's the Kiev again. And look at that. Look at that speed. Look at that muzzle velocity. See, and that's why I'm glad I ranked out. Wow. And down he goes like that. Oh man, that Kiev. Bad play. Really bad play. You don't want to do that in a Kiev. So, Kiev, you're better off long distance fire spamming. Your team is going for... The Kiev's team is going for A. The Kiev should have basically sat to the south of B or gone way over to the flank on A side, but c'est la vie. Here comes some Torpy Torps. Probably from the Kagero. Didn't hit. Now that Lo Yang, I don't know why the Lo Yang went away from the Benson and gave up the cap like that. That, to me, I think was a bit of a misplay, but... 'Tis what it is. Now, Bama has really good guns into your broadside, and so does the Magi. Turpits, maybe. Close enough you can. But watch this. Look at the speed of those shells. Oh. So dirty, 25k. Oh. Now I kind of wish I didn't rank out. Man. This looks like a fun ship in ranked. Oh, Kagger. Okay, good. Now, I've seen bubblegum shipping before, I think. Playing the Turpits, and, you know, it's a secondary Turpits. It's got its uses. But, you know, I don't know. Nicholas, you're doing kind of the right thing here by not going back in. What you're trying to do is you're trying to see if you can draw out some other people to help shoot at you, like the Kutuzov over there. And obviously the Turpits is running away. And you have to be careful because the enemy team is starting to push around A cap. So you're going to be in a position where you'll be caught in a crossfire pretty soon. Now, one of the nice things about the Roma is... Oh, Lo Yang just died. One of the nice things about the Roma is that it's got the ability to change sides very quickly because it's got really, really fast turret traverse. And I think that's going to come into play very handily here. Also, very good concealment. As you can see here, he's already concealed. 11.2 kilometer detection is just stupid. I mean, it's completely stupid. Nice. Oh, hey, so that's how we get rid of the... Huh, cool. So you just scroll wheel up, and then you scroll wheel down again to get rid of the, that stupid zoom in thing. Huh, I never knew that. See, even I'm learning something new over time. Now, the enemy team is kind of stalled. They're not sure where to go. And again, this is where you get into the campiness of this map. Look at your team. They're all just hugging for mutual safety, defense. I don't know, whatever. I hate seeing that. Here comes the Bama. Okay, so the Bama's pushing. If I were you, I would focus my attention on the Bama now. Get in a position to where you can support your team, because obviously they're getting shot at from the rear. Turpits is getting so far away that you're not going to really be able to do much to kind of help. And I really wish your Kageros, I don't know why your Kageros aren't over here. The Kags should be like up here, just torping the crap out of these guys. But instead, they're just jumping forward. I don't like that. Keep at least one behind. And there goes the Atago. Naked Atago dies. What do you know? Oh, so... aha. That's cute. So you lose the ship if you go to the cursor view. Okay, whatever. And we see what happens when you get stuck broadside in this ship. Take a look at the angle. It was a pretty flat angle, and boy did he just get punished hard for it. Now, now Nicholas is in that crossfire here. And torps are coming in. Those are probably Kagro torps. There's the Kutuzov. You might be able to get a shot on the Kudu. What? Oh, okay. That's a dead Hulk anyway, doesn't matter. But you gotta go. You just gotta go. I don't like this. Amagi is showing a little bit of broadside, figuring he's safe. You could punish that. I would, yeah. I would probably look more at the Amagi in that instance. Scout plane going up. And oh, all skill, no luck right there. But this is kind of tough. I mean, you are being focused by everything, and this North Carolina is doing nothing to help you. Benson shooting at you from behind. Your Kagros finally take out the Tirpitz. Oh boy. And again, if the Kagros had been torping the heck out of these guys, you wouldn't be in this situation, so. So what'd you do wrong? The biggest thing you did wrong was you sat too long. This ship especially is, like I said, is not good in up-close brawls with enemy battleships, and you kind of allowed that to happen. I know it sucks having the destroyers all the way up here doing God knows what they're doing. I mean, this guy freaking beached. But in that situation, man, I would say you have to follow you have to follow the destroyers. So, you know, you waited too long to decide to move, and obviously that punished you specifically very hard. I don't know. No, I don't have the ability to. I don't think. No. I don't think I do. No. Can I head this? Can I head this? Can. Oh, well. Okay. That helps. Yeah, and you're right, Nicholas, you didn't see it and got punished hard for it. So let's kind of fly around and see what's gonna happen. There goes your other battleship, because he got focused down. And guys, this is a good example. If you know, typing in a chat doesn't mean jack if you're not paying attention to the mini map. So control and double click on a sector of the map or something. That's generally a good idea. Why is he using AP? Oh my God. Generally speaking, it's a good idea because you're able to you're able to try to communicate with them. It makes a noise too, so there's that audio cue. And this should have been a win, but your team just sat too long, pitched the tents, and the enemy team decided to push. And they clearly communicated when they were going to push, and completely caught your team off guard, which is unfortunate. But again, I think a lot of that comes down to the fact that the Kagros were too busy in the front when they should have been in the back. Pro tip: if you're going to play a Japanese destroyer, you want to be in front of the enemy push. You don't want to be in front of your push. You want to be in front of the enemy push. Because then you can just torp them for days as they drive into your torps, and you can laugh. So anyway, Benson goes down. That's good. That Kag is still pretty healthy. I wonder if that's not the one that had that was missing the det flag. He's already gone. And this Bismarck, I don't.
The enemy is about to win.
He's hiding. And that's not going to help you too much. Okay, there's the Kagero. Bismarck needs to focus the Kagero. Bismarck's secondaries aren't even going off. That just doesn't make sense. There they go. Took way too long to react to that. And now Kagro is spotting the Kutuzov. Kutuzov is firing in smoke but getting spotted because of the 7.7 kilometer detection. So in a situation like that, if I'm the CAG, I'd be telling my Bismarck, hey, load AP, look towards the smoke. I'm gonna spot him for you. Oh well. Yeah, this Bismarck, man. I guess he's offloading everybody. Oh, jeez. I wonder what's gonna happen to this guy. That poor island will never, ever bother you again. Jeez. Well, that's unfortunate. I think we showcased a little bit the really good guns of the ship, and we also showcased the relative ease at which the ship can be citadeled. So, where do you want to go in the Roma? The first thing is, you don't want to be sitting next to your other battleships. You want to create crossfires. And you didn't. You all just sat together. That is a problem. I would say in that map, you know, be farther back from the other battleships, especially from the Bismarck. Let the Bismarck stay up front. He's got the secondaries, and you know, let the you know, if you think about it, your shell velocity is so fast, you can get those shells into position quickly. So, number one, I would say try to back off a little bit more with the Roma. Two, you have to keep a very close eye on the mini-map and where enemy battleships are. If you are showing any broadside at all, well, you saw what happens. You've got that indicator to show that you are running priority target. So if you see it light up and you got 2 or 3 people targeting you, you need to figure out who it is that's targeting you. Obviously, one in that situation is the turrets, but 2 others could be anything. So yeah, and you know, try to communicate with the team more. If you're focusing a ship and you're asking people to focus that ship and nobody else is shooting it, then it might be a good idea to find out what the hell are they shooting at. In that situation, your other 2 battleships weren't shooting the turrets; they were shooting at the Amagi and Alabama, which were just bow on and laughing at all the shells. And yeah, so, oh, ranked battles, please change. Anyway, thanks everybody for watching. As usual, do your usual YouTube stuff, comment, like, subscribe, whatever, and have a great day. Nicholas, thank you for sending me this ranked replay of the Roma. It's very much appreciated, and good luck with the rest of your ranked battles. See ya.